Hi there. In this video we'll be taking a look at a really cool and new flashlight that will be launched on the 13th of September, and that is the OLIGHT ArkPro. So from the start, thank you very much OLIGHT for sending this in. I already recently reviewed the ArkFeld Ultra, awesome flashlight. This one seems to be even better, taking the specs into consideration. But let's get a better look. If you want a bit of info, this is a sample unit, so final units that will actually be delivered might have some minor differences, maybe in packaging. Let's open this up. Ooh, this is nice. Charge to activate before first use. Yep, so we have exactly the same charger, which is pretty cool because you don't need to carry both of them with you. Oh, and yeah, being magnetic, they are pushing against each other. And this one has another trick up its sleeve. But where is it? So we have the laser button. And what's here? Yes, we have a Type-C charging port, which the ArkFeld Ultra did not have. And with a really nice flap. Do you hear this? That's pretty cool. So much attention to details goes into these flashlights. This means that even if you forget the main magnetic charger, you can still charge this with any charger that works for a mobile phone, for example. Again, we have similar overall capabilities, but enhanced in this model. It also has the laser, but yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. They tell us to charge to activate before first use because this is deactivated for safe transport. So I'm going to put it to charge and allow it to fully charge, and then we can take a look at its capabilities and specs. I do have also this type of chargers around, so we can put it to charge, power it on, and now we are charging. When it's green, it's finished, but I'm not going to allow it to charge like this. I know it's not really indicated to do what I'm doing here. Maybe not a really good idea, but I do have also one of these standard Type-C to Type-C chargers, cables actually, and simply plug it in here. And now we can see the progress right here. Really cool, and I'm going to allow it to fully charge and then continue the video. Or actually, maybe while it's charging, there is also the possibility we continue a little bit with its manual. Ooh. Nice card we got here. Shine a UV light on the front of this card to reveal hidden message. Okay. While that's charging, we still have UV light right here. Apex of innovation with advanced lighting technology. Apex. Feel free to pause absolutely at any time. I might not go over absolutely everything in here. We are looking on this column right here. So 1500 lumens in turbo mode. The Ultra, the ArkFeld Ultra, I'm just going to call it Ultra for simplicity from now on, but it's a different model, so it's the ArkFeld not ArkPro Ultra. This is just ArkPro and this ArkFeld Ultra. Again, to be clear, this one only had 1400 lumens in turbo mode, so obviously lower. High, medium and low, again, lower modes. Moonlight mode, this one could last for 11 days. This, the ArkPro, bumps that up to 14 days at 1 lumen. That's 2 weeks of round-the-clock light. That's huge. Then also UV mode, it's higher on this one. We do not have the red light mode on the ArkPro. It will be only the ArkPro Light that will have it. So that's for the future. We also have the laser mode with, it seems, 2 variants. So class 3R and class 1 with a lower power and works for 226 hours. That's a lot. In pure flood mode, 12.5 watts. This one had a maximum of 9 watts. And this one had a reach of 103 meters. Here we go to 205 in spot mode. So that's huge. We also still have the IPX7 protection. So that means that although we have the Type-C port right here, water will still not go into the light, like a mobile phone for example. Mobile phones have USB Type-C ports on them. Water still doesn't go in them. So that's awesome. More functionality, nothing for the worse. Everything just adds up newer and better things. In terms of battery, this is a bigger battery. I couldn't remember the exact capacity of this one and I found it 1500 milliamp hour. 2000 milliamp hour. And not only that, this one could charge from 0 to full in 2.5 hours. This one on the magnetic charger ES takes 3 hours, but on the Type-C charger 1.5 hours. So it charges twice as quick on the Type-C. Obviously you need to have a good charger for it. If you have a really weak charger, it will not charge that fast. But with a good charger, it will. So basically all that I'm looking here, all that I'm looking at here, it's better. Net weight 115. Let me take a look. This one 119 with lower specs and lower capacity. So they actually saved weight while making everything more powerful. That's freaking awesome. We can also take a look right here at all available modes. And yeah, it's up to you to see exactly what it can do, but most of them are checked on the ArkPro and on the Ultra even more. And something else that I saw, obviously the battery level, which right here you can see it under. Now we have it in here. It's actually a bit cooler, more interesting. Overall, this switch, it's a bit bigger than the old one, but not by much. The flashlight itself, just I don't know, a few millimeters longer. But considering it has more power and a bigger battery, I would trade that at any point in time. Something else quite interesting. This one, the ArkFeld Ultra, had only one white LED and the other one was the UV one, and the little dot right there, not sure if you can see it, was the laser. Where in here we have a different arrangement. I think, but I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think by the geometry of it, this is the floodlight, this is the spotlight, both of them being white lights. And I'm thinking that one right there is most likely the UV, and at the bottom we most likely have the laser, the same as that. So again, more functionality in what is more or less the same size. And now we actually have the two light modes on top, as you can see them there. So spot, flood and UV, the third light mode. And the laser, it's on the side. Here we had the laser mode in the center. So we don't have 4 positions now because we have added functionality. We have a side button. To have a fair comparison, both of them are fully charged. They are quite similar, but quite different at the same time. Really nice pattern on it, and really good quality machining. Let's see, what are we first turning on? Let's turn on the laser. And the power of them. This will be really hard. Actually, no, I think it's visible on the camera. This one is brighter. You can maybe see best by how much light is around it. So scattered by this mat itself. It's extremely hard to spot a difference, but this one, to me, to the naked eye, looks brighter. Oh, sorry, they were not at the same distance, although laser ain't that critical with the distance. Let me see, how do I change its power level? I'm guessing by long pressing. Yeah, you can go to lower level. Now let's turn that off. Let's go into UV mode on the same side. So they are trying to keep this as similar between different models as possible, which is perfect in my opinion. When you upgrade from one to the other, you remember everything and it works. For this one, this is the low power level on the left one, and long press it, now you have the higher power level. So low, high. And as you can see, the spot is much bigger on the left one. If we keep the spot same size, you can see they are same size, left one is much brighter. When they are one through the other, you can basically more or less only see this one. And now we are switching to actually this one has only a standard white light mode. I don't even know what exactly to compare it with, because basically they are different. At this point there is no direct comparison between them, but let's see. And I just set it to low power mode, the same as this one, so it remembers the last mode that you used. Low power in here, low power in here, and we are in I don't know, in spotlight mode. So low, sorry, long press it, mid on both of them, high in here and high in here. You can see clearly much brighter this, but again it's in spotlight mode. But even if we get them the same size, I kind of feel that left one is a bit brighter, but more or less the same. But this is more concentrated, which is obvious for same distance from the mat. Now let me see if we can turn them off and go into turbo mode. So 1, 2, 3, triple press this to go into turbo mode. And it was also confusing for a few other people. OLIGHT did this, so it's harder for this to reach turbo mode by itself, because if this is covered and goes into turbo mode, it can overheat and damage the lens or the clothing that it's pressed against on. So they had 3 taps for turbo mode, but many people were used to 2 taps for turbo. So I think you can also set this to go back to 2 taps, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't do that, so mine is 3 taps for turbo, but this one is back to old style of 2 taps for turbo. So 1, 2. Now we are in turbo. For this one it will be 3. As you can see, left one clearly stronger. About the same when we take into consideration the fact that one is spot and one is flood. But both of them will heat up and will work in this mode for 4 minutes max. But as throw, obviously this will have way longer throw distance because it's condensed. Now let's go into the flood mode, and I think they will compare better in here. Turn this on. I'm not sure in which mode it is. It was on high because turbo is remembered as high, makes sense. And this one probably again high. Let's go to low. Now both of them are in, actually not both of them, because again this one is a mix between flood and spot mode. This one has a pure flood and a pure spot mode. And you can see here, if I come with this one higher to be about the same size, this one is more or less again the same brightness as the other one, maybe even less bright a tad bit. If we long press, mid level, long press, highest level, I'm trying to keep them the same diameter, but if I keep the same distance, you can see clearly difference in size of spot, again because this is a mixed and this has separate modes, which is perfect in my opinion. You choose what you want, flood or spot. Let's see if we have also turbo in this mode. 1, 2, yes we do, and 1, 2, 3 in this one. Yeah, again kind of hard to judge which one does feel brighter for you. I think this one feels brighter, honestly. Yeah, this one feels brighter, which is kind of cool. And obviously now we are shutting the light from that one, as I explained in the beginning. And yes, both of them have strobe modes. Both of them I think have other modes like timer and stuff like that. You know what, I actually decided to also show you timer mode. The same mode is present in here, and in this one works exactly the same, but I don't think it's actually covered by the instructions, or I might have missed it on both sides of the paper. Anyway, so turn on the light, long press to get to your desired level. The levels are shown right here, so you can see them, which is actually really cool. On this one we don't have anything like that. And let's see, in this level you press once and twice quickly and hold the second one. So 1, 2 and hold, and now it's on timer mode. And if you want a different timer interval, so it shuts off quicker or slower by itself, again same thing, and it will blink once or twice depending on which mode it is in. Now it only blinked one, so it's in the other mode. And if you want to change again, and it blinked twice. So this is freaking awesome. I'm curious if turbo mode, yeah, it's also shown here. So low, mid, high and turbo. This is really, really nice. And laser now works in all modes, even in UV mode. For this one, for example, didn't work in UV mode. For this one, it works. Let's shut it off. Laser on, laser off. Really nice. And for moonlight mode, when they are fully off, long press button and it is in moonlight mode. Same for this one. Oh, sorry, I was in laser mode. And both of them are in moonlight mode at this point in time. It's quite dim. Actually, is this one in moonlight? No, now it is in moonlight. It wasn't before. Both of them are in moonlight mode now. Again, actually, is this one? Let me double check. I don't want to deceive anyone. So off, moonlight. Yeah, they are both in moonlight. For this one, it seems just a tad bit brighter. Does it work in moonlight for spot? I'm curious about that. So let's see. Long press. Yeah, it does. So that low, mid, high, and if I long press, this is moonlight mode for spotlight, which is freaking cool. So both of them can do moonlight mode. Depends on what you want to do with. So see a certain area better for a really long time, or have a floodlight spread out for a really long time again, 14 days. And it's night outside. I'm going to show you the ArkFeld Ultra in turbo mode. So this is what it shines. There's a tree in there somewhere and a bed. So it's quite powerful, but doesn't shine on that tree this well. It seems tonight there's something in the air that's actually stopping this a little bit. And now the ArkPro in spotlight mode, and you can clearly see that tree extremely well. So, night and day difference, and you can see the spot extremely well. And now if we switch to flood mode, again the tree is not really visible. So because again there's something in the air, you can kind of see it, not mist, not really sure, a bit of dust, weird, but anyway. And also to show you moonlight mode, long press the button. This is moonlight mode. It's extremely usable, much more than you would expect. 14 days of walking at night with this thing, actually walking 24/7 with this thing like this, so you can see the trail without any sort of hesitation. And this is the UV light, so you can clearly see things much better, things that react to UV. And for the laser, if you long press it, it does not remain turned on, it only stays on as long as you press the button. When you release it, it's off. Short press, it remains on. I think this is the correct way it actually works. And if it's on and you long press it, it switches to low power mode. Then long press again to high power mode. In high power mode it's quite strong, you can see all the reflections. In low power mode it's much better, for example like this at night. You can clearly see what you want and it's not overwhelming. And let me show you inside the moonlight mode. So long press, this is moonlight mode, and I'm just setting it down on the floor. This is extremely well lit, as the camera can show, with 1 lumen, so really nice. And you can see it clearly here, and we can switch to the to the other one, to the spotlight, and back to flood. And to fully lock the device to prevent accidental powering on, still hold it, and it's locked now, so it will not turn on. It shows you the lock. Really nice. If you want to turn it on again, hold it, and it's on. And that's about it for this video. This is a really worthy everyday carry flashlight, really strong, packs a bigger punch than the ArkFeld Ultra, so it's a worthy upgrade from it. If you want just a tiny bit more, maybe the ArkPro Ultra will have a stronger turbo, but the rest features are more or less the same in this version as they are on the Ultra. The Ultra also gives you the arc beat with a bit of info about it right here, if you are interested in that. But for me, for example, this thing is honestly a beast. And wait a second, just noticed something. This is a stealth fighter or bomber. Is it a bomber plane? Okay, so this everything about it is like a plane. Okay, now it makes even more sense. Yeah, so really cool design and really good flashlight overall. So thank you very much, OLIGHT, for sending this in. Will be put to good use. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and as always, see you in the next video. Bye.